of the score, for everyone, everywhere, it was a day for learning and for fellowship. The ARRL had set a deadline for logs to be submitted by July 26, so watch for the results. In Europe, Ham Radio Expo made a triumphant return, and Newsline's Ed Durant, DD5LP, was there.
Last weekend saw the 45th Ham Radio Expo in Friedrichshafen, the first after 3 years of lockdowns and 2 cancelled events. All were eager to get back to the Neue Messe in Friedrichshafen on Lake Constance in the south of Germany. Turnout was expected to be around 10,000 compared to just under 14,000 in 2019. After the effects of the pandemic and with the current inflation levels, this is not a bad showing. While the main hall seemed a little less full than normal due to the stands of Kenwood and Yesu not being there along with the large Vimo retailer, the flea market in its 2 Zeppelin-sized halls was fuller than in 2019. Talking with dealers and manufacturers, I learned they were glad to have, it seems, come through the pandemic. Several, however, said it was close and another lockdown would have meant the end to their businesses. Many are worried about parts supply, and while most have stockpiled components, their stock is dwindling. Talking with the national societies and the IARU, I learned there is concern on how we will keep our band allocations, especially in the microwave frequencies, and a need is seen to have the hobby change and be open to new technologies and possibilities to attract more people. There were positive notes too. The Austrian National Society's president, Michael Zwingel, OE3MZC, was very enthusiastic over several new projects. An institute will be a platform for hams, makers and professionals to work together on new technology projects in Austria. WRAN will supply a way for access from 6 meters, 2 meters and 70 centimeters into the Europe-wide HamNet, which is a 2.4 and 5 gigahertz ham radio high-speed RF data network. A LoRa-based network linking low-power IoT devices using the QO100 satellite will enable data communications between devices across a third of the world's surface. Overall, there was a very positive feel at Ham Radio 2022, and as this year's motto said, it was indeed a reunion with friends. On Amateur Radio Newsline, we can only bring you a brief overview of the event. For more detailed reports with interviews, take a listen to our friends over at icqpodcast.com for their coverage. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm at DD5LP.
The man behind the highly successful company Airhorn Technological Operations has become a silent key. Dick Airhorn, W4EA, W4ETO, started that company in 1970 and began production of the line of high-power alpha RF amplifiers so popular in the amateur radio community. Dick was a lifelong ham. Mary Bittner, WB0PXM, told Newsline that Dick and her late husband, the Reverend Paul Bittner, who had held the call sign W0AIH, had been friends since their Minnesota high school days when they met through a school amateur radio club. She described